distinguished dignitaries, respected delegates joining us in person, and participants connecting with us virtually from across the globe. Warm greetings to you all. It's our privilege to reconvene for Keynote Address 4 on the third day of the 10th International Conference on Universal Human Values in Higher Education. In today's interconnected world, UNESCO reminds us that education must do more than transmit knowledge or prepare learners for employment. It must empower individuals to live together in peace, uphold human dignity, and contribute to sustainable futures. This vision resonates deeply with SDG 4, which calls for inclusive, equitable, and quality education that promotes lifelong learning, and with SDG 16, which emphasizes peace, justice, and strong institutions. Within this global framework, value-driven education emerges as a transformative force, enabling young people to develop not only professional competence, but also ethical clarity, social responsibility, and a sense of shared humanity. It is in this context that our keynote address 4, titled Implementation, Plan, and Programs for Value-Driven Education, assumes global significance. We are deeply honored to have with us Shri Rajul Asthanaji, alumnus of IIT Delhi, co-author of the textbook, a foundation course in human values and professional ethics, founding director of IRC UHVE at Punjab Technical University, founder trustee of UHV Foundation, and vice chairman NCUHV AICT. Dr. Asthana has been at the forefront of translating the ideas of human values into systematic, scalable, and institutionally embedded educational programs, all aligned with national priorities and global commitments to sustainable development and peace education. Through his keynote, we look forward to understanding how higher education institutions can move from aspiration to action and how structured implementation of value-based programs can empower youth to become responsible global citizens and agents of positive change. Warm welcome, Dr. Rajul Asthanaji, to deliver keynote address.
Thank you, Pasnaji. It's Mr. Rajul Asthana, not Doctor. Okay. So, warm welcome to my brothers and sisters across the world. We are on the third day of this international conference, and we are going to talk about how our implementation has happened in India and what you can take away from this implementation, the content and the process, what are the assets that are available. So we warmly welcome all of you. We have been talking about this transformation through education, transformation from wherever we are to human consciousness and a humane society. So we have been talking about it through the keynotes, discussing it through the panel discussions, and you must have heard the sharings. So human education would lead to not only the transformation of individuals, but through them, the transformation of the society. In India and in Bhutan, we have been working very diligently through the governments, regulatory bodies, social organizations. We are making effort to address this need for a humane society. So universal human values has been introduced at more than 4,000 institutions of higher learning in India and Bhutan, in 2,000 schools in Madhya Pradesh in India, and at Bhutan Institutes of Well-being in their rehabilitation program, and also in jails in 5 states of India. So it's quite a broad spectrum of application. Also at some villages with very encouraging results. So in the keynotes, we covered the vision for value-driven education. That includes the human-human relationship aspect as well as the systems aspect, the societal systems aspect, In the panel discussions and seminar talks, many of you participated. There were more than 100 panelists who deliberated in the panel discussions and were part of the council and part of the seminar talks. So these discussions were on education, on health, on counseling, and on the SDGs. And in the sharing sessions, you would have heard some of the encouraging results, both at the individual level as well as at the institutional level. And of course, at the level of the village, in the jails and so on. So all of those sharings you might have heard. So based on all of this, now we would want to share how we went about this process, what are the results, and how you can take this to your institution. So I hope that we'll be able to have a good discussion. This is not going to be a one-way kind of thing. So from time to time, I'll ask you for your inputs, for your, if you have any observations or questions. So our team will pass the mic to you so you can interact. So let's get started. The teaching learning assets that have been developed over the last many years, around 40 plus years, the learning assets for implementing human values programs. So we have a very crisp and cogent vision for holistic value-based education. The content and the process has been documented in many textbooks, in workbooks, in teachers' manuals. So I'll talk a little bit about that. All of this is being implemented at various institutions and various other places that I mentioned by a growing team of volunteers all across the nation. And in Bhutan, there are many volunteers. And now we just added from the earlier part of the session, we added one volunteer from New Zealand also. So now we have from 3 countries. So we have these volunteers. On Australia also, I would say 4 countries at least. Okay. And these volunteers have been able to implement this Universal Human Values program in school education, in higher education, in the rehab centers, and the counseling programs are being developed, but there is a very strong base for that. There are programs for villages. You must have heard the session about the Nagaon village. And in jails in these 5 states. So all of this implementation experience is there. And through this implementation experience, these assets that I just talked about have been defined. Okay. And now there are also nodal institutions that are working to take this knowledge to everybody else. And all of this is pro bono, and all this material is available freely on the on our website, so you can take it up from there. Now, if you look at the vision, human education would lead to the graduates having a holistic and humane world vision. They'll be able to do 2 things in this. One is to understand what am I, who am I, what is my purpose. So all those kind of questions are there. What is my purpose? With that, I'll be able to decide how to fulfill that purpose. What is my participation? And with those 2, the graduates will be able to acquire the skills and do the practice of living in harmony. They'll be able to understand harmony, their participation in harmony, and then they'll acquire the skills to live in harmony. With these 3, their conduct will be in line with their natural acceptance, in line with their human nature. And with the participation in the society, with these assets, they'll participate in the development of a humane society. And we feel that this world vision that we have today and our decision about how to participate in the harmony. So the understanding of harmony and our participation in the harmony, these two things are kind of missing. So let me see if there are any observations about this. Is this true in your country? Is this true where you are? So let's see if we have any observations on this. In our education system, is this somewhat missing or more or less completely missing? Yes, Marisa, let's see if you can make some observations about this. Marisa Push, I hope I pronounced your name correctly. You can unmute and we can take it up.
Marisa must be on the way because yesterday also the same state was there this time. Yeah.
Okay. There is somebody from Lithuania, a nursing teacher. If you have any observations, you can unmute and give your observations. Or anybody else, if they would like to share their observations, you are welcome. You can raise your hand. We can talk to you. Yeah. So this is a crucial missing link in our education system. And to fill this gap, to fill this missing link, the UHV team has been working very hard, and they have come up with this holistic value-based education, which consists of three aspects, three parts. The first is inputs on universal human values that will help to develop this holistic humane world vision and be able to decide on their participation, which is placed as proposals which are universal in nature. For example, a proposal might be that I want my natural acceptance is to live with a feeling of respect. You can ask yourself whether that is true for you or not. So you can validate it. Okay, you can ask questions. So about all aspects of our living, these proposals are there in universal human values. And by understanding ourselves, understanding the existence, we can decide our participation. And when we live accordingly, it leads to harmony. It leads to harmony within and also harmony with other human beings and in harmony with nature. So this is the first input and most crucial input. In addition to that, it is reinforced by examples of living in harmony, particularly from the tradition. So this is the second part. There are so many examples of living in harmony, which have been over the ages. Many people have made effort all across the world to live in harmony, live as a family. So this is the second input. And the third, which naturally follows this too, are skills which are guided by values. So these skills are obviously human friendly and nature friendly. So our production processes would be nature friendly. Instead of depleting nature, they would be enriching nature. They'll be fulfilling for human being as well as enriching for nature. Our management practices would be human friendly, leading to the justice leading to happiness, both in the employee as well as the employer. So this kind of inputs would complement the first two inputs, and with that, the participation would naturally lead to a society which is equitable and just. So starting with the family, justice in the family, it will lead to an equitable and just society. And it will also naturally lead to development of the nation, development not only of the nation but the whole world. So this would be the result of human education. So this kind of vision is well documented. The outcome of this kind of education, the graduates who graduate from this kind of education would have these characteristics. They would have a holistic vision of life. They would not be just concerned about the workplace. Many of the graduates today are more concerned about the workplace than many other things. So you can ask yourself whether the education today is producing uh, graduates who are job ready, or we are producing graduates who are ready for life, life ready. So um, if you have any observations from the panel or uh, um, from the uh, from the attendees, feel free to share that. Um, yeah,
Yes, if there is any observation till now, you can raise your hand. We will provide you mic. Vinod N. Sayankaji, Director,
are we,
Retedo MACA, India.
are we producing job ready graduates or life ready graduates? You can also answer in the chat.
Yes, you can use chat box also.
So we can see predominantly we are producing job ready graduates who are more concerned about their careers rather than about the other aspects of life, about the family, about the society, and
Dr.
about nature.
Gurumurthy ji, Dr. Jasmeer ji is saying writing job ready.
Yes. And of course, we need to produce our graduates with a holistic vision of life, which not only includes the job, but it also includes the other areas where, other aspects of living, the family, the society, and all of nature. So that is number one. Yes, Dr. Salim.
Yeah, please provide mic to Dr. Salim. Yes.
Good
Yes.
evening. Good evening to the panel.
Yes,
Good
Dr.
evening to
Salim,
this.
where are you located?
Sir, I am from Bengaluru,
Okay,
Karnataka.
all right. Nice.
Yes, sir. I am having some points with respect to making a student responsible graduate.
Yeah,
Wherein one point is, sir, actually, it's an exam-centric education, wherein so there is a too much of focus on marks and grades, and followed by the placements.
yeah,
Students are not actually occupied with uh, or we can just say that little time for value based education or the life skills. And the another point is they have lack of awareness with respect to don't know why values are important, and they are only seen as a theory instead of the daily practices. UHV is treated as one of the subject, maybe it is for one credit or no credit in some universities. They'll be taking it as a ticking subject or objective kind of thing, but not sure that how many are daily practicing it.
yeah. So I
And
think, yeah,
eh,
please go ahead.
other important point is faculties also must be trained with respect to universal human values, and there is some gap in training, and very less amount of focus is given just because it is one credit subject or no credit subject. and faculty should also feel the values outside their subject areas. And time constraint also matters, sir, in this.
There
So
are a
it
lot of
is,
constraints. Yeah, there are a lot of
and,
constraints.
and moreover, as you already told, there's a lot of digital distractions as well. So excessive mobile use is there, and social media by default for everyone it is. So I mean, everyone is using the social media.
Very
So
true.
in fact, we'll not be talking to the person who is sitting next to us. So we are able to talk to the others wherever they are. So we feel like we are emotionally connected online, not the one who is sitting next to us. There is a lot of reduced real human interactions,
Yeah, so
and
we won't be able to find the solution if we keep counting the problems. So
yes,
what
sir,
we
yes.
are, uh, have you attended a workshop?
I'm attending this international, I mean, the
Yeah,
conference, sir.
yeah. Okay. What I would suggest to you is that after this conference,
Yes, sir.
go to the AICT website
Yes, sir.
and look for the next workshop, and then
Yes,
we'll talk some more. Okay,
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
and
sir.
then
Thank.
we'll start looking into what is the solution.
Yes, sir. Otherwise, it is very energetic, sir. Whatever you are
Yes,
telling, it is. We are very connected, sir. Thank you so much to the team, the
yes.
entire team. Whatever you are putting the effort, really, it is free of cost for us. But we are thankful to the entire team and then all the speakers and all the organizers, sir. Thank you, sir.
If you were able to go through any of the sharing sessions, you would have heard, you would have heard how things have transformed for individuals as well as for some institutions. Okay, so
Okay,
please look into that, and then we'll talk some more. Okay.
sure. Thank you, sir.
In the, I would encourage our volunteers to send the names of our key contacts, Dr. Ishrat for people who are in India, and then Dr. Ela Dedia for individuals who are outside of India. So we can connect with you and we can take it forward.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So I was talking about the common attributes of the graduates from an education which is human in nature, this holistic value-based education with these three components: universal human values, reinforcement and examples from tradition, and value-guided skills. So number one, they would have a holistic vision of life, understanding the broader purpose, their role in the society, in the family, and in the nature. They will be socially responsible. They will be not only taking from the society, but also giving to the society. So they will be acting in ways that also benefit society. The third characteristic would be environmental responsibility. So whenever they are making decisions, they'll be making decisions to and keeping in mind what is the impact on nature. So they'll be rightly utilizing the physical resources, the natural resources, and secondly, they'll be thinking about how I can enrich nature, how I can preserve nature. So they'll be environmentally responsible. Their conduct would be naturally ethical. So if they have this background, they are self-disciplined, they are able to decide in the interest of harmony in every situation, they'll naturally be ethical. They'll also be able to take care of their own health. They'll be, they'll be sort of self-regulated in terms of keeping themselves healthy, maintaining their well-being and cleanliness. So they'll be able to take that personal responsibility for health, not only for themselves, but also for their family and their, people around them. And sixth, very importantly, they'll be able to respect excellence, be able to recognize those who have more understanding than them, who are more responsible than them, and have a feeling of uh, gratitude for those who have helped them to develop their own, their own understanding. So they'll be able to recognize the value of merit and the importance of gratitude, and they'll live with that feeling, which is a very important feeling, particularly in the child-parent relationship as well as the student-teacher relationship. So these would be the common graduates of attributes, common attributes of the graduates. Now this education, we have been working on these 3 steps: value education, value-based education, and then value-based living. Value education basically means that we introduce universal human values, inputs on universal human values in the existing curriculum. So whatever we are teaching now, we include a component of universal human values, workshops, universal human values, courses, projects on universal human values. So like that, we introduce those in the existing curriculum. So the student has 2 views. One view is whatever we are presenting now, and also a view which is a view about how to live in harmony. So that is the first step. The second step is holistic and value-based education. So all the things that we are teaching, every subject is now based on human values. It's based on deciding in the interest of harmony. So for example, if we take economics as an example, today our economics is that to maximize profit. I want to maximize my profit, and you also want to maximize your profit. So it is kind of take economics. I want to take more, and you also want to take more. So we have take economics. But if you look at the economics at home, between, let's say, mother and child, what kind of economics is there? So if there is less food in the house, for example, do both of them want to take more, or the mother wants to feed the child first and then take? You can answer in the chat also, but if you have any reflections, you can see. So the economics that we have in the family, wherever we feel relationship, wherever we have a sense of relationship, the economics is of give economics. The mother wants to fulfill the child, and the child wants to fulfill the mother. And they can both then decide how to divide the amount, whatever they have, equitably. And also for the next meal, they might work, to make sure that both have enough. And they can work together on that. Whereas in the take economics, it is like
Crisis is there. Crisis seems
like
crisis is there.
yeah. So like
Want to have more.
yeah. So like that, every subject would be value based. So we'll move from value education slowly to value based education.
In chat also, responses are same like economics in families give time. Mother will give feed to child first.
Yes.
So these are the responses.
Yeah. So like that, every subject. So if we look at production systems, or the kind of production that we are doing, we'll consider more and more of sustainable and mutually enriching production, which does not deplete nature, but in fact enriches nature, protects nature. So that kind of production technologies we'll be teaching to our students and then implementing it in the society. So that is the second step. And by doing both of these steps, it would naturally lead to value-based living. That means living in harmony with human being and living in harmony with the rest of nature also. And if you look at the experience that this UHV team has, significant work has been done on the step 1 on value education. And there is some work that is going on steps 2 and 3 on developing these value-based education courses, and as well as experimenting it in families and in larger units like village, in community. So work is going on in step 2 and 3 also. This vision has been well documented in this publication by AICTE. This came out in 2023. And we can see that by having this holistic and value-based education at the level of the individual human being, it would lead to human consciousness. And that is the full potential of the human being. And I've written the graduate attributes here again. So a human being living in human consciousness would have happiness and prosperity in continuity. They would be able to fulfill their basic aspiration. At the level of the society would be human. It will be equitable and just. And at the level of the nation, there will be peace and harmony within the nation and complementarity with other nations. That means that if I am in harmony, I will be helping my neighbor to be in harmony. So if the nation is in harmony, it will be helping other nations to be in harmony. So the vision, the educational programs, the steps for implementation, and the expected outcome is very well documented in this publication, which has been made by All India Council for Technical Education, and it is available online. I would request the volunteers to share the link so all of you can download it from the AICTE website. Any questions so far? Any observations?
So we may provide mic to Aisha ji. Aisha ji is writing a lot of reflections.
Yeah, she has a mic. Aisha Hina,
Yeah.
assistant professor. Yes, Aisha ji.
Good evening, everyone. Namaste, Sadiko. Am I
Good
audible?
evening. Yes, you are very well audible.
Yes, sir. Sir, previously also I have shared my sharings before also. Now then, we know that we are living in a different scenario, and we are still in the beginning of the transition. So transformations may not happen like it may take time. All of us know that. So talking about the social media, I just wanted to have one reflection regarding social media. Now then, the social media addiction is so popular and so common, and it's very difficult to come out of it for the youth, for even we as people who are in the teaching field, and every now and then we are getting so many messages, so we are addicted to phone also. Every now and then we keep on checking phones and social media platforms. So we, youth, children, everybody are addicted to social media. So can we have, like, if our team, people who are very much talented, who can make video clips of this UHV and short clips, reels, like, or short messages, so that while scrolling, these people, children and youth, while scrolling, they'll get into their feeds automatically, rather than watching all bullish things. They can even get through this knowledge of UHV. That I was just, it was just clicking to me, and I thought I should share, so I have put it in the chat. And thank you, Upasana Didi, for giving me this chance. I hope, if we can work into, maybe the team can come forward, and once we are having people who can do editing and video editing and preparing that shorts and reels and all, then we all can do the sharings also on the social media platforms, as a volunteering this thing duty. And maybe we can expect some change through that, because already I have seen in my institution only several times I keep on asking why the subject is not introduced in our university, because it was there for the fourth semester, first time in 2022 the 23. Then in first year it was introduced for one semester. Then now this year, after frequently asking, and there is no response, that why UHV has not been introduced in our university, where it's a big university with
Which
different courses. Shanbaspa University. I'm working in Shanbaspa University, Raju sir,
yeah, so
Kalaburagi, Karnataka.
yeah, so there are two parts to this. One is about the shorts, the videos. There is a YouTube channel. You can go to the channel and you'll find I would say, quite a extensive list of videos over there. So these are available. Also, the AICTE has recently sent a letter to institutions. So you can take it up with your institution one more time, and you can contact our regional coordinators. Um, if the number has not yet been floated, please float the number of Dr. Ishrat. She will help you to get in touch with your regional coordinator. You are in Kalaburgi.
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. So in Kalaburgi, there is Amrish Patil at PDA.
Yes, sir. He is also our BOES external member actually. Sir also have keep on reminding, but I don't see any the generous impact actually.
Yeah, it will not happen overnight, so it will take time. So you prepare yourself and see how you can make a difference. Okay?
That's what I was thinking, sir, because I am not good at video editing and all. Whole video, people are not much
No,
interested to watch.
I'm not talking about video editing. I think
Uh,
you have to prepare yourself as a UHV teacher. You know, as
that I am really interested, sir. I have also taught twice when it was kept. Two times I have handled the subject. I
yeah,
am interested in doing that.
very nice. So that will make a lot of difference. Okay.
Even for the many sections it was there in the first year. I have also assisted all my colleagues in handling UHV, wherein nobody was finding it interesting because they have not gone through any UHV course and they were forced to take that subject, because I have handled three sections and there were few more sections remaining. So people were forcibly asked to take that subject in spite of not having any training. And I tried to help them by providing all the study material and all, and even tried to convince them that join any courses, but due to the hectic schedule of the university and that knack work going on, nobody is interested to spare time in attending the workshops also, sir.
Yeah. So we have to keep at it. We have to be, very patient. And so I would encourage you to have a word with Dr. Ishrat and
Sure, sure.
take it forward. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Our
Thank you.
number is there in chat box. Dr.
Okay.
As and Dr. Ishrat's number is there in chat box.
Yeah.
You may get it from there.
Yeah, they'll
Okay, Deepika.
give you to your regional coordinators, and
Okay.
then you can take it forward. Okay.
Thank you.
So this vision is downloadable. You can show this vision to your administration also, to your vice chancellor, to your director, to your principal, and then make effort to, imbibe it in yourself first, and then you can also, then you can make a lot of difference.
I will try.
Yeah, best wishes.
Thank you.
All the content that we talked about, all the learning material that consists of books, workbooks, teachers' manuals, many things like that, that has been published. And now it is being translated into 11 languages. It's written 9 over here. If you include English and Hindi, it is 11 languages. So on the top row, there are books, the basic foundation course books are there in the top left. It is a foundation course in human values and professional ethics. The Hindi version is the next one. The third one is an advanced course, understanding human being, nature, and existence comprehensively. And the fifth book is holistic human health. So all of these are for the foundation courses in higher education. And at the bottom, you see the books in Hindi, which are the books for the school education, 9th to 12th. So there is a textbook, there is a workbook, and a teacher's manual for school education. And these books are being used in many schools now, more than 2,000 schools. So, so much of material has been developed. And all this material is freely downloadable from the website, uhv.org.in website, the UHV Foundation website. So you can download these books, go through them. Now this is the foundation for the courses and the faculty development programs. So we have on the left-hand side the faculty development programs, and the courses for students at the foundation level, at the basic level. So UHV1 is an introduction to universal human values. It is also conducted as a 15-session course in the induction program, the student induction program. UHV2 is a foundation course in human values and professional ethics. This is a 1-semester, 3-credit course. Of course, these courses have to be taught by prepared faculty. The third one is Holistic Human Health 1, which is an introduction to holistic human health. This is also a 15-session course, 15 sessions of 1.5 hours each. So these are basic or foundational level courses that every student can look into. They can take those courses. And on the right-hand side, you see these all these courses which can be placed as optional courses, as elective courses, open elective courses, or they can be placed, they are placed as a group of courses for the minor degree in universal human values. And many of the universities are now offering this minor degree in universal human values, starting with understanding human being, nature, and existence comprehensively. That is UHV3. Then UHV4 is Vision for Humane Society. So these courses are available not only as for faculty as face-to-face workshops, 3 to 8 day full-time face-to-face workshops. These are kind of immersion workshops. So from 9 to 5, and in some cases even longer hours. Okay. So these are available for the faculty to start getting prepared. They're also available in online mode through webinars, and they're 5 to 6 day full-time webinars, again 9 to 5. They're also starting to become available in self-learning mode. We are developing those online self-learning courses. The UHV3 course is already available in this mode, and others are being developed. And there's a very important and significant 4-month practice, which is online. It is called the morning session, where you are looking into practice of what has been discussed. So through the practice, you understand, you are able to see directly who you are, what is your purpose, what is harmony, and what is your participation in this harmony. So you have this 4-month practice session. Okay. There are hundreds of people who are attending it. More than 3,000 people have already gone through with quite encouraging results. So these programs are primarily for the faculty members, but also others attend, family members, and many people attend. These are in the workshop format. Then for students, there are courses. So all these courses are credit courses. 10 credit courses are there. They can be run as value-added courses or minor degree, as I just mentioned. So the teachers who get prepared through these workshops, then they take it up in their own institutions. So they are able to, if they are well prepared, then they are able to take it to the students in that manner. So your preparation is quite important in this aspect. And I can see that many of you are from institutions where this program is already being implemented. So you can share your observations, if any right now, otherwise we'll go ahead.
Aisha is asking rather, can UHV be introduced on Swayam NPTEL portal?
Yeah.
Because now everyone focus on that for careers.
Yeah. So human values courses can certainly be implemented. This UHV3 is implemented in the Swayam portal. And we are trying to put these courses on Swayam Plus also. So like that, yes, short answer is yes.
जी राजुल जी नमस्ते.
Namaste.
Rajul ji.
Namaste.
जी जी जी. So as far as NPTEL is concerned, Nagpur University, Rashtra Sant Tukadoji Maharaj University, Nagpur, they have started giving 20 credits. Means if a student is completing 5 subjects from NPTEL, and of course it may be related to psychology, happiness, or whatever it may be. So 20 credits are being given by the Nagpur, considered along with the degree, and they are getting the minor degree. Ji. So simultaneously, if I am BTech Civil Engineering, so I will be getting BTech in Civil Engineering and minor in Psychology. So like that, this provision has been made in this from 2023.
Yeah,
Ji,
very
Raju.
nice. Yeah, very nice.
Ji, ji.
So your university is one university that is implementing this. Nice.
Yeah. Giving credit to NPTEL. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Ji.
So it is giving credit, but ultimately the proof of learning is credits, grades, or our behavior,
Yeah, ultimately.
our participation in the society.
Ji.
Is the first
Thank
one
you.
or second one?
Of course, second one, participation in society. With
So it has to lead to that. Okay.
yeah,
So this is a
yeah,
means to get there. So
yeah,
it's nice that your university is offering it as a credit course.
yeah. Thank you.
Nice.
Can I have a question, Radulji?
Yeah, Vivekananda. Vivekananda, yes.
Yeah. Basically, I belong to IIT Mumbai and then Institute of Space Science Technology, Thiruvananthapuram. Anyhow, next session I'm there also. Now, somebody had also mentioned in the chats stating that GATE entrance and then NET, this should be a mandate such that if they have not done this, they are not eligible, karke, which is a good idea. At least it is not that we are forcing them to this thing, but at least it will be realization from the people that we have to undergo at any cost this UHV. That is one thing that can be. Also, I was speaking to so many corporates. Like I am an advisor to so many companies, including Infosys, Madam Sudha Murthy, etc. We were all talking. So my whole idea is all about bringing this to the corporates where we can bring them to the foray and then
Right.
state UHV courses through the lens of this spiritual quotient. Spiritual quotient is what they are also looking. So this can be clubbed or what, I don't know. You have to give the suggestion that because it is beyond EQ and EQ, IQ and EQ. So because SQ is basically the ability to act with the integrity, purpose, compassion, or rather the critical this thing for sustainable leadership. So what is your take on this, please?
You are in IIT Bombay?
Yeah. I'm a
Which
adjunct faculty.
department? Which department?
Sir, I teach digital signal processing at communication systems.
It's very nice. See, this whole effort started in education through my professor, Professor R.R. God in IIT Delhi.
Yes.
It'd be nice to talk to you directly.
I was introduced to him by our professor, IIT director, our professor Patil, who is also the P and AP of AICTE.
Very nice.
Right.
Yeah. So let's talk about it in more detail.
Uh,
So
yeah.
we are trying to address things at the upstream level.
Okay.
At the very starting. Corporate is quite downstream.
Correct.
Isn't it? But
Correct.
it is certainly important if we can, introduce it in the induction program.
Yeah.
In the program that, most of the companies, they have 3-4 months induction program.
Very true. They are doing that. Very true.
So in the company that I used to work for some new entrants, the program was 11 months.
Okay.
And the major part of that program was how to become a responsible, team player.
Okay.
How to become responsible and how to be a team player rather than an individual performer.
Correct.
So those are very important things, and in wherever we tried it out, it has worked very well.
Yeah.
But it needs, the support of the TNL, the training department.
Yeah.
And corporation. So most of the corporations spend less than 2% of their top line on training. So if they are, able to do that,
Yeah.
pay attention to it, it will certainly make a difference.
Yeah.
And the number one difference will be on the responsibility and teamwork.
Yeah. Yeah.
Their productivity will increase by at least 100%.
Yes.
Today, if you have 20% people doing 80% of the work,
Correct.
even if 40% people do 80% of the work, the productivity has increased by what, 100%.
Correct. Correct. It is all mindful focus.
So all of that will easily happen. I have seen it happen in my company that
Okay.
I work for. Okay.
Yeah.
Much more than 20% to 40%. It was much more than that. More
Okay.
like 50, 60%. Okay. But it takes time and effort.
True. True.
So certainly, yeah. So nice. Thank you for your inputs. Please
Thanks.
leave your
Thanks.
number at the
Yeah.
end of the conference. We'll have a form, for you to fill a
Okay.
feedback
Okay.
form. So please leave your number. But in chat, if you can write your number, we'll take it up, and
Okay.
you can also.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm doing that. Yeah.
Yeah. Very nice comment. Thank you
Okay.
so much.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Okay, so this is the content, and it has been well documented. The process that we are following is a very simple process of self-exploration. The process that an individual follows to understand things. So it's a process from going from assuming to knowing. So if somebody gives me do's and don'ts, I assume that if I go by that, I'll be in harmony. But if I know, then I'll be sure that this is how it is. So this is a process of going from assuming to knowing. And it is a simple two-part process. The first part is verifying every proposal on your own right, on the basis of your natural acceptance. So I've asked so many questions, so let me ask you one more. The feeling of trust is naturally acceptable in relationship. For you, is trust naturally acceptable or mistrust is naturally acceptable? One or two. So you can reflect on, yes, of course it is one. Trust is naturally acceptable. Nobody wants to be mistrusted. In fact, most of your complaints are about, people don't trust me, they don't respect me, they don't pay attention to me, those kind of things. So this answer that you are getting, if you see, it is coming from deep within you. That place we are calling natural acceptance. Your inner voice, your Buddha nature, you can call it very different names, your conscience. So that place where you get these answers very directly is the way to verify these proposals. You can verify any of these proposals about what to do, not about how to do. They are about what to do. So that is first part of the process. The second part is validating it in living. So if you have a feeling of trust, do you feel happy? And when you express this feeling of trust to the other person, does he or she also feel happy? Does it lead to mutual happiness? So if the answer is yes, then it is validated. Okay. So this simple two-part process is the one that we are following in all of exploration of the proposals that are part of the universal human values content. Going through this process, exploring these proposals, it leads to two things. Number one, to understanding the harmony at every level. Harmony at the individual level, harmony in the family, harmony in the society, and harmony in the nature. In fact, you can see directly also right now, you can see whether nature without human being is harmony or disharmony. So you can check that. So there's already harmony. We only have to understand this harmony. And then the second aspect is to live in harmony. And that living in harmony, that is the number two outcome of this process, is we are able to understand our role, our participation. our value in this harmony at all levels of our being. So if I look at the family level, you can check whether a person with the feeling of trust, a person with the feeling of respect is valuable in the family, or a person who is an angry person, who always have doubts on other people, who always is a little angry, doesn't have the feeling of respect, is valuable in the family. So what is your reflection on that? Okay. So it's very simple to evaluate these proposals, and it leads to understanding. It leads to being able to see myself as I am, being able to see my purpose, and then being able to work on fulfilling that purpose. Okay. And we can see that this process is universal. Every individual can invoke their natural acceptance. They can refer to their natural acceptance and find the answer. So it is universal, it is logical, it is verifiable, and leads to harmony. It is humane. So this is a simple process. You can ask yourself whether this kind of process is something which is naturally acceptable to you, or a process of do's and don'ts. Yes. All right. So we can see that this, process of being able to decide on your own right is the kind of process that we are all looking for. We are seeing not only through our senses, but we are seeing directly through ourselves. So this is a very powerful process, very simple and yet very powerful process. Very importantly, there's a team of UHV volunteers who are working on this process, working on developing this inner clarity, and they are contributing to societal development. In higher education, there are more than 500 volunteers across India. And almost all the states, maybe one or two states are remaining, but every other state has volunteers. There are more than 200 volunteers in school education working in the state of Madhya Pradesh. And these are the people who are, making all these books and all these courses, and, everything that you saw before is the work of these volunteers. This conference is also an offering from the volunteers and 36 organizing partners. These organizing partners are the institutions where these volunteers are, mostly the volunteers are located. So they are organized in a well-knit network. So there's a network across India and now in these two other countries, in Bhutan and in New Zealand, Australia, 4 countries, I would say, right now. And they're meeting every week online and face-to-face for 3 purposes. Number 1 is for their own self-development, to understand, to move from discipline to self-discipline, to move from assuming to knowing. So they are working on their self-development to understand the reality, to have the feelings of the right feelings in themselves. So they are working on having the right understanding and having the right feeling in themselves. That is the self-development aspect. With that, working in small teams to large teams, which can work cohesively. These teams with the participants with right understanding and right feeling, these teams can be very much self-organized, where you don't have to have a whole lot of processes and things which are written down and all those things. So it is teams which are self-organized. And the third one is these self-organized teams with individuals who have clarity. They can contribute to societal development. They are able to contribute to that societal development through various projects, various activities. Okay. So those who feel that they are, you know, interested in participating in such events, in such programs, they contribute to societal development. And all of this they are doing with their regular jobs. So they have full-time jobs, and they are spending, 2 hours or maybe more time in offering their services to societal development, for societal development. And quite interestingly, there are, and I'm very happy to share that there are now many nodal centers contributing to this societal development. And number one on my list is the All India Council for Technical Education. Since 2017, they have been promoting universal human values, and not only promoting it in policy level, but also promoting it at the level of implementation. So they have formed two committees. I'm a part of two of their committees. And the intent of that committee is to develop UHV further and then take it to the world, take it to at least to the technical colleges that are connected to AICTE. The second one is the University Grants Commission of India, UGC. So in their MMTTs, they are offering these programs. Rajaran Sansthan is it's a government body which is responsible for developing programs to spread peace and harmony in the state of Madhya Pradesh. So it's called Raja Anand Sansthan. Anand means bliss. So they have many programs, and many of the programs that they are running are UHV related programs. They are working in school education. This 2000 schools is one of their initiatives. Also, they are working in higher education in the state of Madhya Pradesh. So Rajanand Sansthan is the third nodal center, I would say, a very large nodal center. Then we have institutions. 71 institutions are either nodal centers or potential nodal centers that are working in their own institution as well as helping other institutions around them, then in the state, then in the nation, and then globally. So they are making effort for holistic value-based education like that. And then there is this Bhutan Institute of Wellbeing in Thimphu, where they are working on rehabilitating individuals who have substance use disorder. They are either in alcohol or drugs. So you can see actually the whether it is their individual problem or also the problem of the society. Their individual responsibility or the responsibility of the society also. So let's see if there are any observations on that. If somebody is addicted, is it just their responsibility or also responsibility of the society?
Actually, one similar question was there in question answer section. How can we remove negative things from students like late night parties, smoking, drink, etc.? So it is Dr. Ankita Shukla from GNIOT Institute of Professional Studies asking this.
Yeah. So you can reflect on it. Dr. Ankita, you can reflect on it. We are not able to pass the mic to you because maybe you have an older version of Zoom. Why are they going into these? They want to be happy. Whatever they are doing otherwise is not leading to their happiness. So they are trying to find some escape from that. As simple as that. So if we are able to share with them how to be happy, then they will work on it. So we have to take that responsibility for, sharing with them how to be happy, facilitate their development in all aspects of their living. Any child who is unhappy will go into something or the other. They'll either be sleeping more, or they might be eating more. They will try to find happiness somewhere or the other. Okay, so this is another important aspect of it. The implementation.
Ankita ji, any reflection from your side? Because Mike is there with you. Yes, we can proceed then.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, Ankita ji.
Yeah, she is not taking call, so we can proceed.
Okay, we can go ahead. Okay. Anyway, so I was talking about the Bhutan Institute of Well-being. So they are, taking care of individuals with either alcohol addiction or drug addiction. So with the help of these volunteers and these nodal centers, implementation programs have been run in schools, in higher education, in villages, and jails, rehab centers. So if you look at the numbers, we can see in school education, more than 4,000 teachers have been oriented, and the program is running in at least 2,000 schools in the state of Madhya Pradesh. And they are reaching to class 9 and 10 students right now. So the number is about 20,000 students per year. In higher education, this has been going on for a longer time. So there are more than 100,000 faculty members who are oriented through this on UHV. More than 4,000 colleges are conducting UHV programs, and more than 1 million students are attending these programs every year. So that's the volume of work that is being done by the volunteers. Of course, there are many of them who are full-time teachers in those institutions also. Then we are developing a counseling model, which was presented in the seminar talks during this workshop. The last part of it is going to happen today, the implementation part. Villages are also in the developing phase. The example of Naugong village was shared during the sharing session. But in the state of Madhya Pradesh, they have a program called Anand Gram, conducted by the Rajayanand Sasthan, and they have picked 52 villages as the first test case of this village program. And then I already talked about the Bhutan Institute of Well-being. Their sober rate, their success rate or completion rate is about 85%. And their sober rate, that means those individuals who go back to the society and are still sober after 3 years, that has gone up from 40% in 2018 to 62% in 2024. So this is from the last year's figures. And in jails, there have been programs being conducted in UP, Punjab, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, and Kerala, in these 5 states. It's very heartening to see that universities and institutions are taking it upon themselves to work in villages and in jails to help those who are, in jails particularly. We were quite surprised to find that only 7% people who are in jail are with no literacy background. I mean, they are illiterate. The rest are literate. They have been to school, and some of them are even graduates and postgraduates. Okay. So they are landing up in jail. So institutions are now taking responsibility to reach out to their brethren who have landed up in jail and help them out through these programs. And the interesting thing is that the people who have this, who are in jail, their major part of what they are thinking about is revenge to start with. But then as they go through this program, they also see that it is not only somebody else's uh, uh, responsibility, but my own responsibility. And ultimately, I want to be in harmony. So they start thinking about solution for themselves and also sometimes for the people who were responsible for placing them in the jail. So it's very interesting the way they are able to develop themselves. So any questions so far? We have, I think, still 15 minutes or so. So if you have any questions, I want to share one story with you of, we'll go into that. But before that, if you have any questions, we'll take them up. Any observations or questions?
Lakshmi Kanji is saying, Lakshmi Kanji, if you want to share at your own, mic may be given to you.
Yeah, Lakshmikant Vashishta.
Okay.
Yes, Lakshmikant.
Yes, mic is there with you, Lakshmi Kansa. Please unmute yourself and share.
Okay, it's okay. Yeah. Yes.
Yes, Dr. Ruby Chatwalji, mic is there with you. Welcome.
जी नमस्ते दीदी भैया नमस्ते जी
Namaste.
Namaste.
very well going on I am a very old family member of UHV just I wanted to share of late कि we had adopted a village we came to know about it that there are 750 houses and no education is there child marriage is there for girls and they are not aware of light water they don't have all wells were dry and they used to bring water from somewhere else on the cycle like that or bullock cart like that no road then we adopted this village and we developed it we spent about 5 cr and today they are having school computer lab, highly all technology, light, water, toilets, everything we provided with them. 5 CR we spent, and now they are well going on. And this time in March, coming March, the students will be appearing for 10th exam. And we got it approved from our Zilla Parishad authorities, education department, and teachers are appointed through them only, municipal corporation, and they are all going on well with arts, commerce, science. All these three streams we have given to them, and teachers are appointed. They are coming and going. Those girls who are coming from little bit distance, so we provided cycle also to them that you come on cycle and attend no child marriage because and we are continuously following up this is just in this coming year only just this year we have completed with all this project no toilets were there no light no water we provided well also with bore well water and all that and that is what and now they are we named it as happy village
Yeah, we have to work on more than the
name is
physical
there
facility part.
village का नाम है name is there but we named it as happy village
Very nice.
and they are all very happy with us very happy
Very
that's
nice.
what I wanted to share sir
So for human being,
thank
physical
you Riya, for
facility
giving
is,
me an opportunity to speak thank you Didi
thank you, thank you. So for human being, physical facility is important. So this has been provided in a manner of speaking. Okay. But these two other things are also important. Right understanding and relationship. So we have to, work on these other two aspects, and I would encourage you to work on these aspects also with the village, and then make it very happy village. Okay, very nice, Ruby ji. Yeah. Okay, so It starts with just one person, and this is the story of Dasho Pema Thinle. Dasho means somebody who has been recognized like a Padma Bhushan, Padma Shri or Padma Bhushan. This is an honor given in Bhutan. So Dasho Pema Thinle was then the Vice Chancellor of the Royal University of Bhutan. And in 2012, during our first international conference, we had invited him to share about gross national happiness. At that time, we were wanting to find out how Bhutan is planning, what they are doing to live together as a happy nation family. So we had invited him. He came quite reluctantly. He had come, but he came, and then he met all of us, and then he, over a period of time, he went through many workshops himself. He sat in the first row and went through the workshops. And then this is a comment that he made in 2013. That is about a few months only after this conference. The conference was in November or December of 2012. And then after he went through the first workshop, he said this, that I've been actively looking for how to do this. That means how to develop this human society. And then he says that this human values teaching can create a harmonious society. I am assured that this is within reach and it can be done. So I was very enthused by this, and then he of course said that this course is structured so well, we can put it forward to our students, and it has to be continuously pursued. So then it became a part of the Royal University of Bhutan. And then through Dasho, it has gone all over Bhutan. So if you see, it went to various colleges, it went to the this Anti-Corruption Commission, Ministry of Home and Culture Affairs, and so on. So it went all over Bhutan. And in 2018, Dasho retired and he joined Bhutan Institute of Wellbeing. I think it was 2017 or 2018 that he joined this Bhutan Institute of Wellbeing and helped to, he was the core person for developing this happiness model. You might have heard it in the sharings. So any single person can make the difference in their family. They can make a difference in their institution, in their community, in their nation. And this is an example of nation. I can give you many more stories, many more stories of students. There's a student who came for this workshop, and then he thought that, the family feud that we are having in our family over so many years, how can that be solved? So he brought his family to the workshops, and then in their whole village, that Bhojata village is a result of the students' initiative, because he went through this and then he worked on it for himself. Young teachers, I can give you an example of a young teacher who has brought it to her institution, almost single-handedly. Senior professors, vice chancellors, like I mentioned a few vice chancellors over here. Professor Prem Brat is one of them. Dr. Rajneesh Arora, Dr. Charan, Professor Charan, they are the vice chancellor, and policy makers. I mentioned two policy makers over here. Professor Sahasra Buddhe and Professor Sitaram. Both of them talked in the beginning of this conference. So like that, there are many people we can tell the stories of. But my question to you is that with the available assets, you can also think of starting or augmenting the efforts on human values in your family, in your institution. So my question to you is, are you the one to take it to your family, to your institution, to your state, and to your country?
Very connected concern is from Rashmi ji is in question answer section. So we have implemented UHV courses in our UG program. Apart from UHV, we have also started credit-based courses, character building, holistic development of personality, etc.,
Yeah.
which is related to Bharatiya Gyan Parampara. We also conduct activities related to this subject. But my observation is that students only study this subject to get marks. I personally feel that we are not able to reach at grassroots level. Please suggest, sir.
Come to AKGEC. Come to AKGEC. Spend a few days there and see what they're doing.
Yes,
It is possible.
my humble advice is yes,
Yeah.
you are most welcome.
Second institution I would suggest is go to SRM, Institute of Science and Technology in Chennai, and see what is happening over there. They are starting out, but they are working very diligently on it.
Yeah, visit to one of any one of such institutes certainly
Yeah.
that will help. Yes, Rashmi ji.
So it's not a matter of if somebody else has done it, I will do it. But if you feel that it is important, then you will find a way. Isn't it? Okay. So now we can take any other observations. We have still got, I think, 5 minutes or so. If there are any.
Yes, so if any observation, any reflection till now.
I would certainly like to hear from Marisa from the United States. Marisa, can you unmute and share your observations about this, what we have presented today? Maybe she's having a hard time to unmute. Then we had the nursing teacher from Lithuania. It doesn't have the name. Your name is not there, but it says that you are from Lithuania.
Yes, you also can unmute. Yes,
Yes.
welcome.
Yes, hello, please. Hello, I'm Maria Trush from Lithuania, nursing teacher. So it was,
Okay.
thank you. It was very interesting and valuable presentation. Actually, holistic view is very important even for nurses, as I'm a nursing teacher and we have also a nursing students. So we also have implemented some issues in Klaipėda University as I presented. So we have the holistic view in nursing for the students, and we implemented in practice. So it was very nice to hear that we have some in common issues and the same view for the health in common. So thank you very much for your presentation and sharing your experience. Thank you.
Very nice. So I would suggest to our volunteers to share Dr. Mirunalini's name so that they can contact, she can contact, Maria can contact. You pronounce it Maria or Marija?
Maria.
Maria.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Maria. Maria Trus.
Yes, thank you.
Maria Trus. Very nice name. So Maria, I would request you to contact Dr. Mirunalini. She's in Chennai, in south of India. She is our lead volunteer for the health program.
Thank you.
Yeah, so you can interact with her and get a better idea about, what is happening in UHV as well as in health. Okay.
Thank you.
Are you running this MSSQ in your institution, this medical student stress questionnaire?
No, we're just implementing some views and practice of holistic view. So our nursing students have theory base of it and also working with patients. So they look at the patient and give the care from every side, like social, physical, psychological view. So they just look at the patient's health from different points and try to help him and try to get their health in the level of the holistic. So it's the main point for the nurses in medical care institutes. So it's this is the practice in Lithuania.
So for nurses, two things are important. One is the technical skills, and the second is the feeling of compassion, isn't it?
Yes, it's true. Yes. Yes, of course, it's also and empathy. I mean, if we don't take the holistic view, it's also the personal views or personality of the nurse. So she has to be empathic. She needs to communicate in a special way with the patient and his relatives. So it's not only theoretic points, but also her personal values. And one of it is like health. So it's very important to have the person who is in profession with some special his personality.
Yes. So Maria, will you be the one to take it to your nation, to your country?
Yes, I am already as I am a nursing teacher, so I provide the holistic view. And actually, in Klaipėda, we had some of the teachers who visited India and had alternative ways of medicine, and even we have this kind of studies like acupuncture, dolphin therapy, or honey therapy. So a lot of not traditional ways. Yes, so they have visited and they bring to university the another views of the health and health care, and it was about maybe 20 years ago. So we tried to implement in Klaipėda University. So that's why I joined the conference as it's like as a whole. So different points you have discussed, different sessions. So I wanted to participate also and to find out something new, even for myself, that I could implement then with the students and in nursing practice. So thank you very much. Thank you.
Most welcome. I remember you from the pre-conference interaction that we had. I think you were there, right?
I think yes. Yes.
Yeah, so talk to Dr. Mirunalini and take it forward in your country. Okay. So in the next conference, you can share about the progress in Lithuania.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, welcome. Okay, so you can ask yourself the question, are you the one to take it to your family, to your institution, to your state, to your country? Okay. So with that, I wish you all the best.
Thank you. We try our best. Thank you.
We have to work diligently, consistently, and for a long time. It is not going to happen overnight. So we have to have that, sort of staying power. So best
Thank
wishes.
you.
Yeah. And nurses are well known for their patience.
Thank you for motivating. Thank you.
Yes, my wife is a physician, so I know about second hand though. So nice. Best wishes, Maria, and best wishes to all our esteemed delegates that are there, my brothers and sisters. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Namaste.
Thank you, Maria Cruz. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Asthana, for this insightful and inspiring keynote, which has provided us with both conceptual clarity and practical direction on implementing value-driven education for empowering youth. May this dialogue further deepen our collective understanding of how education can truly become a force for human dignity, youth empowerment, and societal well-being. Let's take a short break of 15 minutes and reassemble for the next session.